get everything set up. How's that? Zoom in a little bit more than that. I reckon about there be good. Oh. Let's get my paint palette open. And, matte medium sorted. Let's check out the brush. Yeah, that'll be okay for now. Oh, ahoy shipmates. Here we are. Friday night. At Pirate Island. So everyone catch up. I think the stream starts just a little bit early, so I don't know how the notifications work. Let's do the numbers. Right, so tonight's Paintalong is, we're going all sci-fi, because they mostly come on Friday, mostly. Yes. So these are the sci-fi range from Woodbine Designs by Griffin Beast. And the two sets we've got is Sci-Fi 6, which I believe is these ones. I might get these the wrong way around, which is the what do you call them? Bloody hell, where's it gone? Civilians. So you can see what they might be useful for. Civilians. And these ones are the laser troopers. Now I have painted these a long time ago, and I did them like very pulpy space 1999, bright orange shoots and yellow wellies. So tonight I thought I'd do them different. Then these four could be like a special ops unit for them. Ahoy, Rich. How goes it, my friend? Looks like my see my computer buggered up then, but I think everything else is all right. Yes. So we'll start off with the flesh shade. We're going for moonstone skin. Let's bring the light down a little bit. Yeah. I just thought take a break from our 100-Year War. These seem to be quite a long way from the 100-Year War. Then our usual Xenophil undercoat, Vallejo black with grey over the top. They mostly come at night, mostly. Now whenever I hear that, because I heard it on Family Guy. Yes, yeah, that's why I thought they're going to be useful in the near future. I did notice this one's got like a, I think it's a doll's head or something. What's going on there? You've got the a couple of ones like Zenus Rampant and what was the Mars one from Studio Tomahawk. So I've played a load of these before. These were like some that I forgot that I had, so I thought I know. We did them tonight. Had a busy day of it's a bit weird at the moment. So I'm painting like crazy at home, then go into the crow's nest to sort out up there. Evening Artemis. To visit yeah, my friends at Beast Towers have said that I can borrow a load of terrain and scenery to get up and running with, which is good. Big thanks to the Beastie Boys. So John at Athena Miniatures has said he's going to sort me some terrain tiles out, which is jolly decent of him. So yeah, be good. So I've moved most of the stuff out in the main room, which is going to be like the gaming room and shop. And hopefully the cleaning crew will be up there this weekend. I've already started moving some stuff into the stock cupboards. So hopefully at some point next week, the crow's nest will go live. I don't know where I'll be painting, doing this video from next week. It might be my paint desk is still here, or I might be doing it from down there. I don't know. It's strange times in the world of pirates. I don't think there's any flesh on these guys. I don't think any of them got their visor open. Nope. 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 They're very cool miniatures. Okay, so the question we're going to do is we're going to crack a let's see if there's a dark one in the there's a dark one in the yeah, there is. I'm going to go for Tainted Garden, which is from the John Blanche set, which goes just one below on its Ochres and Towns. mean, there's a... Oh, yeah. So yeah, that goes under the tundra. Okay. I'm going to start this with... I thought we'd do these in like a camo. Because why not? Plenty of medium in there. I just wanted to look different from the other guys that I painted a while back. I just tapped the camera with my brush because I popped it in my mouth. Because there was a little bit of flash up under there. It's best to get it early if you've missed it, so you can cover it with lots of extra paint. Well, this focus is being really weird tonight. Perhaps it's applied a spooky vision into the shot. Yeah, so it's all good fun. So what's everyone been up to this week? Anything good? Anyone painting tonight? I know Cubes is usually doing something exciting. Ah, painting a real pumpkin or a miniature pumpkin? So do like a jumpsuit underneath in this khaki colour. I'm going to do the body armour. Wow! That's very tubular, that's very on topic, and Artemis, that's very impressive. Mechanicum. What is Mechanicum Thalax cohort miniatures? Hmm. Ah, right, I'm with you. Yeah, I've got a couple of friends that are into that, so that'll probably be making an appearance at the Crow's Nest soon. As will everything. And then we get Pirate Rich plays blasting away as well. So hopefully we can get the kind of a live cam setup for gaming. So when the right people are in the room, we can just go live. So what are you painting on it, Artemis? Is it just like it's got to be something special if it's a prize winner? Actually, send it to me on the Facebook page. We'll put it up on the Pirate Rich Paints thing. So everyone can see, if you want to, that is. You don't have to, obviously. I do like these the sci-fi. I like all the woodbine design miniatures. I mean, because they were designed to proper gamers. I get you. Yeah, defo. Yeah. So busy week again. Trying to keep up with the comms as well as setting up the unit. So yeah, it's been quite tiring. letting the medium thinness. I'm just looking for a nice base layer. So these, I don't, so say I'm not mega keen on using black, but it's a good sci-fi colour, isn't it? So first of all, we're going to get the Crusader skin and get the flesh shaded out. It's little, yeah. I say the last time I did these, I thought about Space 1999, but I know what you mean. Either or, and I kind of did the big orange suits with yellow wellies look on them all. Mm. Yeah, I mean we're going for kind of because they're pulpy sort of miniatures. I'm not too worried about the paint jobs on these. If you just want to look in. Decent. We've got some decent ones already, so these will be heading up the unit for using in general sort of sci-fi games. So I'm not really too worried. So next I'm going to deploy probably black, I should imagine. I think there's going to be some black like fatigues, and I was thinking about doing the body armor in there on black. As I said, the other ones I've done are very bright. I was trying to find them earlier, but they've been boxed away. And I thought these four could be like the special troops for those guys. Again, this is just a plain matte black. I've just watered down. Oh, yeah, thinned. That's a better word. With the medium. Special Space Forces. So you can see why I was doing the 8 of them tonight, because they're going to be pretty quick to do. Hopefully I'll have a chance to visit the Beastie Boys soon and pick up some World War One stuff, I think, to have a go at. Yes, I saw that. Just before I come online, they're discontinuing it completely now, aren't they? So if you're any keen on the old Army paint range, which in fairness I quite liked it. I don't think what else we've been doing this week. So commission wise, done some 3D stuff, some 40k stuff. Before I started the next batch of commissions, I decided that the D&D trays for the next show need topping up, because we're down to the bare minimum of those. So I've taken a quick break from commissions from last night to paint to sort some. Yeah, if not at the show, what I do is the old miniatures, like the old Rail Path ones I've got kicking around, I on a missions try and get them back down to dungeons. So in between commissions, sometimes I'd grab some old Rail Path and old Grenadier stuff and get it painted, and then all I do is I put it into a tray at the show. That's what, £10 each. So it just covers the miniature and the paint job. And see if we can get them back down dungeons. Or just being visited by Doggy, because there's some fireworks going off in the distance. Now the dog's gonna try and sit on my lap. Wait a sec. You've been a good boy. Yeah, his head's just about here. There, go and lay down. Not on your bed though. Yeah, I can't paint if you're holding my arm. He's hooked both his paws over my arm. Alright. Let's see if we can wash the brush out a sec. I'll see if I can get him to lay down and have a treat a sec. Come on. Lay down then. Get your biscuit. Your whimsy. Here we go. Lay down then. What? You'll stay there a minute yet. Oops, sorry. We've now your bed open. There. Hey, what's this? Look. Sit down. Sit. Oh. Sorry about that, guys. He's now chewing a chew, so if it sounds like a large slavering troll, sit down. Please move the camera. Let's sort this out. Is that about right? Oh, it's looking. I can't paint when you're dangling off my arm. Excuse me. Come on, down. Down. Come on, down. 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 Boy. No, don't get straight back up. Come on, down. Why do you have to go downstairs with Mummy? Sit down. Sit. Yeah. The price of people were setting off fireworks for Halloween. Because it was nicely sound. There we go. Nice. To be honest, you'd get away with just doing like the black and the carking, just doing all the things, but we're gonna think about going back in for some camouflage as well. Now I've got the room at the crow's nest, I can do my Starship Troopers game as well. It'd be very cool. A few more bugs there, I've got quite a few. Well, there's a couple of guys out there doing it in 3D 10mm print as well, so it might be a I do like the 28 though. Oh, excuse me. Once the crow's nest is open, hopefully the website can catch up. I'm almost thinking about trying to do some kind of not brilliant buy, but like trade stuff as well as sell. So I'll be selling Griffin Bee stuff, I think. I do it online. I don't think I've got it on my website. Do it shows, sorry. Rich will be pleased to hear I've bought a brand new kettle. So, priorities and stuff. have a look. Ah, so just it's the sort of miniatures that you really, they're surprising amount of options of paint schemes on these ones, in fairness, as I'm painting along with them. You really could make a force these look very different. I'm not quite sure why we need Halloween fireworks. Just had Diwali fireworks for all. I told that our local big fire display is going to be tomorrow. And there's going to be another big display next week. So this one night a year has now turned into like a month. Hey ho. Must be big business now, though. So if I look a bit wobbly, he's hanging onto my leg at the moment. So I'm kind of doing quite well to stay steady-handed. Good evening, Ben. We're doing some sci-fi stuff tonight because they mostly come at night. Mostly. We mostly paint at night. Irish paints mostly. Yeah, everyone says that. Yeah, you're right. So I don't remember. I think I did it on video. I did some of these before, but I painted them very Space 1999. Very orange orange and yellow welly. I thought I'd give these last few a bit more of a aliens vibe. So I've got some different ones for the box. What you Andy? These are from Griffin Beast. These are the Woodbine Design sci-fi range. There's 2 packs here. You've got the Civilians, and you've got the, I think they're called the Laser Troopers or something like that. But sci-fi, I think there's sci-fi 06 and sci-fi 11, I believe. Yeah, so as you've probably gathered, I'm quite excited about getting the bigger studio with the gaming room shop as well. It's going to be pretty awesome. I'm not lying to you. Yeah. Yeah, I've never really been a big horror film buff, really. Not too much of a scaredy cat. The few that I like, very Halloweeny. Yeah. So I've got the. So I couldn't find the box when was I painted up. They did like a robot that's very lost in space, Robbie the robot kind of thing. They got the big power suited guys. Come on, Ben, you can do it. You could have went to the unit, got the studio, and then the games was going to be the games room. The last people left a 8 foot by 4 foot industrial table. Just sat in the room. I thought, excellent, that will do nicely. Yeah, I painted some those little guys last, but the English Civil War ones. Right, let's do the metallic. Let's use gun metal. Oh, we haven't done a first sidetrack thing of the evening, have we? So we found these old, that's an old alternative armies miniature. These are the ones that I'm doing for the D&D tray for the show. She's got a cat. I've got a cat. Lily Ralph Lady is not wearing much clothing. I quite like that one. I think she was at one of the box sets, but I can't remember which one. No one expects a Spanish Inquisition. These are the ones that always confuse me from the D&D Ralph Harfer line. Is I always find it quite confusing that they did like a male and female version of the same miniature. I don't know why the logic behind that, but really quite nice elves. Yeah, so they'll fill up the tray a little bit. A bit medium, and get a monk. I was going to do the guns black, but I went for the armor black instead. That way I can keep the paint jobs pretty straightforward then. There's thousands of them. Every so often I decide saying that. Every so often I decide that I'm going to do the Zulu film and do Rorke's Drift, like, and I start painting the Zulus, and I get like 100 Zulus in or whatever, and then decide I can't be asked or I've got to do something else. So I end up selling them off. If I hadn't sold all the ones I've done off, I'd had enough by now at 28mm. But hey ho. think we should do Orcs Drift, that'd be funnier. I'm going to have more chance of hanging on to the Orcs as well, because of Orcs. But, oh dear. These are the sort of miniatures that always surprise me, because in the unpainted, they look a bit, well, they're all right, but they don't look anything special. But once you start picking out the details on them, they kind of look really cool. And then I have different ideas of how I could make them look cooler. You know, sort of generic enough to use them for anything, aren't they, really? I'll get these in the light box tomorrow. I'll see if I can dig out the ones I painted last time in the orange and yellow scheme. Yeah, it's like a control panel in the center of their belt. Hit that up. And once they're dry, I'm going to tone that metal down again. Yeah, you get, don't you, as we paint, when we speak to people that talk to us about painting, and one of the things that I always get, especially for people that don't paint themselves, they always say, I think we spoke about this before, oh, you must have loads of patience. And the thing is, if any of you ever spoken to me in real life, you know that I haven't got any patience whatsoever. What I have got, as I think most painters have, is this driving force of wanting to get the job done. It's almost like well, for me, I don't know, you might agree with me, it's almost an angry thing, and I have to fight for calm all the time. To get the job done. It's not always like that. I mean, some miniatures become labour of love and very calming to paint, and you think, I'm just going to take a long time on this one. But the majority of miniatures, I just want to get them done. Get them done, get them on the table. He's got any metal? Not a lot. It must be cold in space. So I'd probably usually done his binoculars and that in like a futuristic plastic black, but where we're using black in other areas, I'll try and break it up a bit. So the dog is no longer hanging on my arm. He's decided to snort us instead. Which is good. Good. So next, I was thinking brown packs. We use our special secret weapon. Which is our Vallejo Burnt Umber Sombra Tostada Model Air. Oh, squeeze me. Let's wash it back out a bit and do that. It's like a pack for the laser gun. Back there. Let's see if we the others. Sí, sombra tostada. It's a good word, isn't it? I love that. Hope I'm saying it almost right and I've not said anything rude. Sombra tostada. Sounds like it might be like a protagonist from a Pirates of the Caribbean movie or something. Ah, Captain Sombra Tostada, I presume. I don't know. What do you guys think? I'm tempted to put the rifle on a bit of wood. Don't know why. Because why wouldn't a Space 1999 laser gun have a wooden stock. Is it stock? Well, yeah, hopefully the dog will be visiting as well. We'll see how he settles, because he certainly will. He'll have plenty of room. Oh, it's in the shadow. Cool. They are, yeah. These are the from that little range on the Griffin Beast website, the Woodbine Design Company. They got some great. They do one of my favourites on there. They've got Morris dancers, and they've got Morris dancers with weapons. They got like hand grenades and stuff, which are really cool. And they've also got the I think it's inspired by the Doctor Who episode where they had the scary scarecrows, and they've actually got the scary scarecrow images, which are absolutely fantastic. But I paint a lot of them for my friends, likes playing a very British Civil War. So you've got like the schoolboys with rifles and the all that sort of stuff on there. Grenades, yeah. Yeah, so there's a set of ordinary Morris dancers, and then there's some with weaponry. I believe they were sculpted originally for the game of Very British Civil War. But yeah. Take a peek at if you go to the Griffin Beast website and have a look at the Woodbine Design Company, these are on there. They do a robot for these, and ones that got heavier armor. Some of them got handguns as well. The Morris dancers, but they're good. If you do like a packet of the ordinary ones and mix them in, you can have the scenario where your Morris dancers. Why not? Who doesn't need Morris dancers with grenades in their collection? Well, Morris dancers, Morris dancers are historical. I know what you mean, Frank. I'm only teasing. I like them all, mate. Anything that I can apply paint to. Dog snoring, meow. He's come over because there were some fireworks going off, so he's a bit worried. So he. Seems to have chilled out now, which is good. Yeah, I was just seeing they've been redoing the Lurkio 15mm historical stuff. I believe they've got a 15mm Incas or Aztecs. A quite fancy painting. Oh, Pillage. Yes, very similar size warband to Saga, isn't it, Pillage? I've painted a few Pillage sets up, people. Yeah. I thought I'd get these finished off because I've got like a couple of generic kind of sci-fi sets of rules. I've got the what's the stereotomical one? So Mars Alpha or whatever. I can't remember. Zona Alpha or something. Oh god, I can't remember. It's actually by me on the shelf as well. Kind of a slight different take on sci-fi stuff, which is interesting. I've also got Zenus Rampant. Stargrave. After that talk of it the other year, I realised I had it. Oh, Zone Ralph is the Osprey one, isn't it? Yeah, Mars Attacks, awesome, isn't it? Unfortunately, went out of print such a long time ago that can't need it. I did get some nice Starship Trooper bugs from our good friend Rich. They're all painted up, ready to go. I've also been playing Aliens from Gale Force 9. Which is excellent. I really do enjoy that. We've been playing that one for a few weeks. That's why it inspired me to paint these ones tonight, really. We've definitely got that the civilians have got that sort of Ripley feel about them, haven't they? I'm just letting some of Sombra Tostada do some of the heavy lifting. That's it. I've got a lot of the Frostgrave stuff, and it Ghost Archipelago. That's that as well, isn't it? So I get these rules with all good intention of using them, and then they ended up in big stacks of books. I think they're all on. I'll buy them and end up selling them to clear out. load this brown one for hair, because I say they're going to be, I know they're not much difference in this batch, but I've painted quite a few of these, so when we mix them all up, I just like this so much for like hair and stuff. Now we're gonna have a nice bright blue. We'll go for crystal blue, I think. I know it doesn't make sense to have them in like stealthy gear, and but these are sci-fi. This is a pulp. These are pulp sci-fi miniatures, as far as I've decided. I know another rules collector. I think the rules thing, there's some. I've spoken to some people, and there seems that they're searching for the ultimate set of rules. So they tend to buy a lot of different rules and not play them. As I said, I know people that do it to collect the rules. Just adding a bit more medium to the blue there to help it sink into those pipes a little bit more. Just for adding a little bit of colour like this, right, it breaks the idea of them actually having effective camo, but it does make them look a bit more interesting. I tell you what, Rich, you'd have freaked out this afternoon. Then I carried up to the crow's nest 6 30-litre useful boxes of rules and dragon magazines and dungeon magazines and piles of 80s and 90s rule systems. So you're visiting tomorrow, Rich? Dog's blown off now. Hope that didn't sound too loud on camera. At least you can't smell it. I don't think anyone else has got anything that's blue. Nope. So we'll get back to these guys. So they've got some laser cables there. I was going to do bright yellow. And I thought about red. Perhaps they should be red. I'll use the scarlet red from Dear Blanche. Yeah, yes, absolutely. This is the fiery vermilion. Yeah, I don't think that'll be a good plan, mate. Just make sure you spoil the good lady. Okay. Yog. Wonder what else to chat about. We've chatted about what I've painted this week. We've painted along. We'll talk about what we're painting next. So I'll get some the woodbine design stuff. In that section, they've got the historical World War One stuff. I've painted some before, but with the imminent release of the World War One rules from Griffin Beast, I've promised to paint some more. So, well, and I'm going to need some to game with, so I'll probably pick something like that. There's another of a bright red. Well, perhaps I should have a bright red jacket. I think that. Oh no, so it's like a hoodie. He's got his pocket in the front, isn't it? I get you. So let's water this red down. Ooh, get some black in this brush. Yeah, that's making it very yucky. So we'll just water, make the water, make the brush nice and wet. Pour the stuff on the model, and then wick it all back off. There we go. Before it has a chance to dry. I'm thinking about using a nice. There's a nice red speed paint we'll do with that. But first of all, we're gonna use. There was a speed paint that was good for jeans, but let's go back first and. I don't know the ties on their legs, whether we should do them like brown. Well, first of all, let's go back and put some black wash on that metal. We're doing an hour and a half we've been at these. It's not bad, is it? Let's grab our crappier brush. Always use a broken brush to do washes with, because wash is not good for your brush. We'll kill it. Especially if you're using a nice brush. Synthetic brushes are a little bit better off with it. But if you're using a nice sable brush, please don't use it for this. It's even worth buying a synthetic brush to use alongside it and save you a nice one. Yeah. So hopefully once we're into the crow's nest, we can get like an video area set up, so it's easier for me to get involved with doing more videos. once my IT department sets me up properly. Yeah, I think these are a genuine option for kind of that kooky sort of pulpy sci-fi feel miniatures. I think they were $7.50 a set. I think you have to double check their website. It's you mix them in with a plastic, like War Games Atlantic ones or something. It all depends what you're doing. I think the hobby's generally gone in that nice direction at the moment, where people are willing to go try different stuff, you know. The skirmish games are cut down the amount of miniatures you need and that malarkey, which I think is good. Means you do different stuff. Ready? Okay, we're going to go blue tone. Just drop it onto these cabling. Be careful not to splurge too much. Just touch the top of that pipe work. It'll find where it needs to go. Which is good. So we spent a decent amount of time on these, but we're not looking to make a masterpiece of these ones. You just want a nice, clean, usable miniature. So we're going to use some washes. It's a good way to achieve our goal. Next, I'm going to use some military shader, which is it's like a very dark green. I'm just going to hit these guys up with that. So I was thinking about doing camouflage, but I quite like this khaki fatigue look we got going on. And I think doing the camouflage is almost going to make them look too busy. Or this military shader is going to really make them look, over this olive drab, it looks really cool. Well worth grabbing your bottle, especially if you do a lot of historical, proper World War II stuff. It certainly does. The other green they do is very kind of almost like an old 40k ink look to it. This is a lot. I think it's got a lot of brown mixed in with this green. If these nasty bangs up to wake you up again. Yeah, I know. Got a dog hanging off me again. Hopefully he won't try and grab my arm as I'm painting. If I suddenly go wobbly, it means he's... I know. Only done then. I know. Sit down then. Sorry about this, guys. I'm a little bit distracted at the moment because the I've got my right leg hanging out to the side of the chair so you can lean on my leg. So I was off camera for a bit there, sorry. Hope it wasn't too long. So what I'll do with these bases, rather than it be our usual brown, I'll just paint that like a generic grey. And you get away with using it as on a gravel or either inside. It just they're more or less done. I've just got the straps on their legs, which is good. So let's concentrate on these guys. So I'm going to go for a desaturated blue, a night sky. Slightly better brushes on board. Excuse me a moment, let's see if we can get the dog to settle again. Good boy. Sit down. Good boy. Just get some medium into that. Oh, God. Come on. Lay down. Just hit that desaturated blue. Thin that right out so it's In the Netherlands, we have a tradition of fireworks on the last 2 days of the year. Millions are spent with usually several deaths and loss of wounded people, riots, and millions of damage. Yeah, it is a bit. So he's when he was a puppy, first year he was fine, no bother at all. Second year he'd gone out to do his business late at night, and some idiot let one off by our back gate. It was one of those really big ones that should have been. God, it made me jump, let alone him. And ever since then, he's been a little bit fidgety when he hears them. Of course, we get them for not only fireworks night now, we get them for Diwali, and everyone seems to let them off for Halloween as well. But again, yeah, over here, there's lots of injuries and and generally people that get in hold of fireworks that you wouldn't really want to get hold of fireworks. I'm very tempted to declare him some. Determined to do some camouflage, so why not? Yeah. Oh well. This has just gone back to that original olivey drab. Yeah, this slightly dark one from the John Blanche. What's it called? Tainted Garden. So it's obviously the one for the Nurgle painters amongst. The more and more I use the John Blanche sets, the better I think they are, and they feel that gap that you need for a lot of the GW colours. I feel. I think Games Workshop missed a trick about not nailing them down. But then again, if you just went and made the same colours they had, they didn't really need him to do that, did they? So. Really? So I'm going to do his. Yes. There's enough money to spend on miniatures without getting involved in fireworks as well. So this was Poppy Red Speed Paint. Okay, it's going to work really well for his hoodie. In like alien or horror sci-fi. This was a kid in a bright jacket in there. Let's face facts. It's easy to hide on a dark spaceship if you're wearing high vis. It just helps those aliens along, doesn't it? I think these speed paints are helpful when you're doing stuff like this. But if you pick and choose where you're going to use them to speed you up, I think if you try and do the whole miniature of them, I think that's where they kind of come unstuck a little bit. And this one might as well have a red t-shirt on, because why not? It's very redneck, isn't it? It's got dungarees on. Although I think Newt spends most of the time in dungarees on their Aliens movies, so. So there is one of the speed paints I've used as denim before, but I can't remember which exact one it was. So I might use a Fanatic. And sometimes it's better to use a Fanatic and a wash. Sometimes it's better to use a speed paint. Yeah, I think so. Keeps us out of mischief at least, even if not quiet. I wonder if she should have a red shirt on as well as a. I'm thinking of giving her a white shirt and perhaps a khaki jacket, and then do camo on the leggings. I like that idea. Or maybe a black jacket. That'd look cool, wouldn't it? Yeah. So I'm not a big fan of using black on the minis. It looks like you've been lazy and not painted something. If you've got a reason for something to be black, crack on. Yes. Did I mention Grace? I tell you what, my mind is just ticking over like crazy at the moment. It's sorry to keep on about it, guys. I'm just very excited. It was nice having my home studio, but first had the home studio. I had a gaming table in here as well. It was only a 6x4, but and slowly over the years I've filled the room up with miniatures, hence me having to go out to conventions to sell some off. And It's like the natural progression of things, really. I should be able to tie the website closer into the shop as well, which is kind of cool. The black jacket just worked. Sometimes you look at stuff and think that needs to be that colour. I wonder if he should have a black jacket too, to sort of match in with her. I'm going to go for that. That's what's nice sometimes, if you set a painting without a plan, just go what feels right. Generally you get a good result that way. Of course, unless you paint for a particular reason. Okay. So that red jacket, that red, done really well. Now we're going to look for the jeans colour. So we want like the remember what. That was it. Imperial, but I think he used. Yeah, that's the one. Imperial Navy. Just wash it out with some medium. Put enough medium in there, so it's acting like somewhere between a glaze, a wash, and kind of a speed paint kind of idea. I'll be on his shoe there. There we go. Because we've done that Xenophil undercoat, we get some free shading. having multiple focusing options, because it's picking up different faces. My friend's gonna hopefully set the cameras and stuff up and the lighting. Which would be cool. You could go for a more washed out jeans, but we're going to use the same one. We're going to so because these miniatures are going to go into a big box full of them I've already painted, so they're going to mix up nicely. If it was just these ones, I would probably do it differently so they don't look as samey. I will try when I do the photos in one, I'll see if I can find the other ones, but they may have already been moved. If not, I'll try and get some photos with those as well, so we can, if not, I'll do it when I get to the crow's nest. But yeah, this blue, make sure you water it down with your medium if you want it to act like these jeans, and use the under shading, otherwise it's a very strong blue. And what you can do, if it's not quite strong enough after it's dried, you can go back in with a blue wash that's sort of blue tone, you know what I mean? You know what I mean. I think that's going to be fine. I can't remember on the other ones whether I've done the eyeballs or not. I think I did, so I've got some blue washing palette still, so I'm going to put that on this saturated blue. Just to give them a nice and interesting bit of shading on them. Of course, you could have used a grey if you wanted to. Either or would have worked. The sort of black, say grey, the black wash would have given it sort of a very dirty look. And I think I will give these a military shade. Once that's dry, we can decide whether we want to chuck a little cheeky camo pattern on it, or if you want to just go with the spacey khaki colour, which kind of works for me, but we shall see. Okay, so with the white, we'll start with a grey castle, which is the darkest, the dark olive greys. Because you don't want to not too bright a white, really. Let me grab a drink. focus. A bit distracted tonight, sorry guys. Lots going on. I didn't want to not do a stream. Inside of inside of the edge of his jacket there, you can just get under the around the edge of his cuff there. There we go. Whenever I do black, I always have a look around, because if you missed just one little bit and you get that white spot, it really shows up. Look, you know that. It's worth just boffing round and checking. And this young lady's holding, I don't know if it's, perhaps it's a little story gone on it. Perhaps that one's pulled the head off that one's doll or something. I don't know, but there's a little doll's head. Sure, that's what it is. Ask the Beastie Boys. Ask the sculptor. Use some tostas. Sombra. Ombra. What? Oh God, I've gone now. Sombra tostada. I've said it enough. You remember it. Okay, let's get my little brush and paint these eye blobs in. You have to be quite careful with the eyes on the woodbine ones, because they got quite big, distinctive eyes. You can make it look like they're having a poop. So just beware. Like the eye bit is very round. I tend to try and paint it a little bit oval by going across. Do you see what I mean? Just gives a better shape to the eye. This guy looks a little one that's a little bit like the baddie from Scream's face. There was a bit of water on my brush and it zipped it into the eye socket. Made him look like a zombie monster. I know it's Halloween and stuff, but we don't need that. So we come back into the black. rain coming down now, so hopefully that'll be the. That's why I might have heard all the bangs at once. There it is. It stopped raining for a bit. Kid's got a scary face. Perhaps it's actually a Doctor Who monster. Right, so absolutely tipping out there now. That could be the end of the F-Works. I'm just putting a little bit of the Crusader flesh around the eyes a bit onto the doll's head. I'm not sure what's going on with this one's face. Man, that is some ugly kid. It's got to be an alien. I'll just put a bit of water into that, so a bit of medium into that. Flesh wash we're using. I think I'm going to leave that shirt as a grey. It's going to look quite good. So it's, I think, let's have a quick look. Let's grab some of that scarlet and do the odd button. All I've got to do is leg things. So I've got to do these little leg ties. Some sort of stop rats going up his trouser legs, I think, in it. Or maybe face huggers going up his trouser leg. You wouldn't want a face hugger going up there, would you? Do those next. I don't want to do them like the leather ties around their legs. It'd kind of be kind of cool looking. Let's try it. Yes. About the watery sounds. The water running down my window. So you could go around and do some edging on the guns and stuff. Depends how shiny you want it to look. I particularly don't want mine to look that shiny, so I'm probably not gonna. Sorry about that. I didn't have a problem with the Must have changed the setting again, because last week it didn't. I don't think it did it. Oh well. We're going to do some of her leggings. Ugly Kid Joe's going to stay as he is. Just like that Doctor Who episode, isn't it? Where they're screaming or whatever. And that doesn't look like a kid at all. That's kind of a 30-year-old guy that's very short who's tending. There's a whole scenario with those two going on there. Okay, let's do base brown. Let's use oak brown. Let's just use a very random space camouflage. Want like a nice. Do you know what, from my head there was an old Humbrol colour, like a very light brown, autumny brown. But I don't think there's anyone that does one like that anymore. Oh, I know what colour would be good. No. Maybe one of the skin tones would be closer to it. Ruddy umber, I go for. I'm just going to go inside these browns we've done and just touch a bit in the shape of it. Not too much. We're going to hit it with a different green in a sec. This one will look too bright at the moment because it's wet. Then we want a nice dark green. There we go. This is very random. We're going to go next to follow around the brown, but we're going to go next to them, if you know what I mean, next to and above. You just see work around, in fairness. Yellow brown, so you want some like wasteland clay will do. Just go crazy. Just play. If it goes wrong, just paint it olive again and have another go. So these just get into those areas where there's some colour. You can add a little bit of white if you want. Yes, a little tiny drop of white. So it's interesting in camouflage. The point of this brush is gone, fortunately. Not too much white. I'm going to put a wash over the top of this anyway to blend it all together. I'll just put a little bit of black just to offset it a bit. There's not a lot of black left on my palette. Let's chuck a bit of medium on there. So I've done it all, but I've done it all at a slight lean. This is the most applicable camouflage for hiding from acid spitting aliens, allegedly. And instead of the military shader, I'm going to use the brighter green. Even put brown on it if you wanted to. Hopefully it's dry now. I should have left it a little bit longer, really. But I'm not going to rub it around in any particular area. If you rub that around an area, you'd actually start taking paint off. You don't want to be doing that. There we go. Quite busy camouflage, more of a fashion statement than anything else. Fashion statement camo. Exactly what we need when fighting aliens. Okay, so let's have a look, see what we've got. These are our troopers. So you could go around and highlight the guns out if you wanted to. Even do that little thing as a bit of a laser core, maybe. Let's see if the red will pick out. There we go. You can even paint that white and put like an effect on it if you wanted to. That'll look groovy. Obviously, the bright red laser gun is very popular with these as the guys trying to hide. I'm just trying to make it look interesting. So we're definitely sticking with the wall of cool, but say if you want to spend more time, maybe paint them white, a bit white, and make it look a bit plasma-y. That look very cool. A quick way to that is paint it white and then get like one of the effect paints. If you've not got the effect paint, just get a bright greeny yellow and just put lots of medium in it until it's thin, then paint over the white so the white shows through. Boom. And if it's not enough, you can just go back and do a quick white dry brush over the top. Okay, so let's have a look at these guys now. There we go, just got to paint the bases in. They're not quite dry bases, so I'm gonna have to do that in a bit. So we have 4 troopers. With black helmet, they're giving Blight 7 vibes, aren't they? Then got Ugly Kid Joe. Other ugly kids are available. Dude with binoculars. So I kept these quite simple because they're simple miniatures. There's our Timu Ripley. Green's dried and blended all that camouflage in there. And our fake kid. Let's pull the head off a doll. There we go. So that's 2.5 hours, 8 miniatures. It's not bad. We'll take that. I'll have to do the order. Oh, there. Do the normal and paint the bases when they're dry. Lacquer them in the morning. Take some photographs for you. So there we go. Just coming up 10 o'clock. Spot on. Spotty dog. Well, thank you for joining me, guys. So I was a bit unfocused this evening. I must send my apologies to you guys. There was lots going on. There was rain and fireworks and dogs trying to get my attention, and obviously the excitement of moving into my new. Did I mention that? The excitement of moving is getting to me, and I think so. I think they're a nice little set of miniatures. Yeah, cheers. Anyway, thanks for joining me, guys. If you've seen this tomorrow and you've managed to get to the end, well done. And yeah, check out Woodbine Design. There's some interesting stuff on there. Yeah, cheers, guys. And yeah, subscribe, like, notify, that sort of stuff. Check out Pirate Rich Plays. Haven't done anything for a while on there, but more stuff will be going on there. And watch out for website or something changed to the Crow's Nest. Cheers, Andy. Cheers, Kubler. Cheers, Frank. Cheers, Rich. Have I missed anyone? Oh, Artemis. I think he's popped off, but he won't be there. And yeah, thanks then, guys. See you all soon. Bye for now.